Should we all have like a line from a character in the game
A line?
as our
I
intro?
don't even know what any of them are.
Nerf this.
I don't think Diva's in Multiversus.
Oh my god.
I'm Tom, and that's Jerry, and we are Tom and Jerry.
This season, taking my talents to South Beach.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Hidden Doors and High Scores, podcast where four dudes talk about games. I'm Austin.
I'm Garrett.
I'm John.
And I'm Chris. And this week we're talking about Multiversus, which is the new free-to-play crossover fighting game by Player First Games and published by Warner Brothers. So all the characters in it, of the Warner Brothers catalog, including, DC Comics and HBO and Adult Swim, Cartoon Network. There's a bunch of other ones. It's basically a Super Smash Brothers clone with some differences here and there. We're all big Smash fans. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think about this.
I mean, Smash, I've been playing that game for 23 years. I've been looking for something else. And they've just failed so many times. Like the PlayStation All-Stars was not great. The Nickelodeon was terrible. This is the first game that is a Smash clone that I actually am enjoying and having a lot of fun with. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, so it took me a while because it is a little different from Smash. There's no block at all in the game. There's no shield, and there's no real grab. A few characters have moves that are grabby, but like there's not a dedicated grab button as part of the game. So there's not that like rock, paper, scissors mechanic that was kind of built into and the foundation of Smash, which is right that like attacks beat grabs, grab beats shield, shields beats attack. It's a lot more just frantic attacking and then dodging. You have the dodge button. So it's a lot more fast paced, or I guess like the neutral game doesn't feel as interesting. Like the just standing like next to somebody being like, oh, what's he gonna do? Like there's only one thing he can do is just punch you.
Well, one of the nice things I like about it is all the characters feel like the newest Smash DLC characters, where there's some new mechanic specific to that character. They don't feel like a lot of the Smash characters feel pretty close to each other. This game, I don't think there's a character that feels like a clone of another. They feel very different.
Yeah, I really agree with that. I think they did a great job with the character designs. I think the characters all feel really different. Now, that's a great thing for the long-term longevity of this game and really making it a competitive scene that's interesting and fun and like remains fresh and cool to learn. It does make, I think, a much higher barrier to entry for new players.
Yes.
I think this game is much harder to learn than Smash.
Yeah, definitely. The nice thing is you don't unlock all the characters at once. So you are kind of forced into one character.
Hold the fucking phone. The nice thing? That is the worst part about this game. I want to play the characters. You have to grind to unlock every single fucking character.
So there's 4 characters always on rotation. The previous ones were Superman, Garnet, Rain Dog, Finn. And then now it's Batman, Steven Universe, Arya Stark, and LeBron James. Yep. You get Wonder Woman for free. And it's constantly rotating with those 4 characters. Plus, in the lab, you can play any character against any difficult of AI. So you can kind of decide what character you want to buy first.
No, but that's exactly what I want to do. I want to jump in and play as characters from these IPs that I enjoy, like Tom and Jerry, but you have to save up 3,000 in-game coins to do that, and that's like 10 games worth of coins or so, even with the bonuses from like completing the beginner objectives and shit. Like, I don't want to wait 10 games to play Tom and Jerry. I want to play Tom and Jerry.
Is an underestimate.
Yeah, seriously, you're being generous with that.
I'm about 20 hours in the game, and I have 13,000 gold. I haven't spent any money yet, any gold yet.
Right, but when one of the characters costs 3,000, Tom and Jerry costs 3,000, so you can buy 4 characters.
So at 20 hours, You can get 4 but there's not that many 3,000 characters. They're
You can unlock
1,500.
all 80 whatever the fuck characters in Smash in under 2 hours.
It's true, but it's also not free. So the reason I have 13,000k gold saved up is there's a founder's edition that costs $50, which is the price of Smash. And I enjoyed this game so much that I paid that $50. And guess what it gives you? 20 characters, which is more than the characters that are out right now. It just gives you them.
Whoa.
So you can just get all of the characters for $50 for a price of a game. So I think that's worth it. We'll talk about that later on. In terms of, yes, if you want this game completely free and unlock one at a time, it does take a little bit. The lab lets you play every character. You can test them all out,
But
figure
again,
out what you
then
like,
you can't.
and then
Then you just can't play the game. You can only play against bots the whole time if you want to play as characters that you want. Like,
Well, but then you can play for an hour or two and then unlock the character you want. That's not a crazy thing.
thing about unlocking characters. Okay, I dislike that, but it doesn't actually have anything to do with like the gameplay. What I really dislike about this game is the leveling and perk system, and the fact that when I'm playing online and getting matched against other people who also have this game online, I can get matched up against people who are a higher level than me and have more perks that basically help them win the game.
Thank you.
Just like what ruined Call of Duty Online 10 years ago. The fact that some players have a
Thank you.
competitive disadvantage just for not having owned the game as long is a problem.
the matchmaking should be, if you're a level 1, you should get matched against other level 1s.
Yeah.
I was a level
that
2.
seems-
For the record, the reason I bring this up is because I was a level 2. I was literally playing my second game, and I was matched in a game with 4 level 14s. Or 3 level 14s.
Yeah, that's stupid. That shouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
they definitely have a broken matchmaking right now.
I don't think there is an MMR system at all. I think they are literally just matching you with the
Just
fastest
random.
possible match.
Okay.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
100%.
Which is not great. And it
No,
turns
it's
people
not.
off.
It's not.
Yeah.
I
it's
I
really
agree.
turned me off.
I hate the feeling of starting a new character and be like, okay, well, let's find out what this character's about. Let's learn how to play them, and then you just get in a match with 2 over-leveled people, and you're like, well, I didn't even get to learn how to play because these
exactly.
people just smashed the shit out of me.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
I didn't even get to try my moves.
The perks are not that detrimental.
But that makes a huge difference when you're playing against somebody who doesn't have any of those things.
And doesn't know the game. The thing is, it compounds the problem
Yes,
of somebody knowing
exactly.
the game better, right? So not only do they know the character better, but they also have
A little bit of an edge.
a little bit of an edge
Correct.
against you when they already have a huge edge against you because they know the game
Mhm.
better. And so it's
Yeah.
like, it feels like you're running uphill. Now, once you get past a little bit of toughness, then you're fine. You got some perks and you figured out the character. And then I agree with Garrett. I have found that after I've played a character for an hour, even if I don't have max perks, once I understand the character, I can beat people who have full perk sets all day. Like,
Oh,
it's-
I mean, I agree with that.
it is a
100%.
competitive fighting game. If you are good at competitive fighting games, if you know how to play your
Yeah.
character, you can kick people's asses.
Agreed. Do you want to
Mhm.
list all the characters?
Yeah. Wonder Woman, Rhine Dog, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, Garnet, Steven Universe, Superman, Iron Giant, LeBron James, Taz the Tasmanian Devil, Jake the Dog, Finn the Human, Velma Dinkley. I didn't know her last name was Dinkley. Batman, Arya Stark, Shaggy Rogers. I didn't know his name was Rogers. Harley Quinn. And released post-launch of the game is Morty. He can summon spaceships, hits with a hammer Morty, and throws grenades. Gizmo from Gremlins drives a toy car, much like Wario from Smash. Can hop on teammates' backs and throws popcorns or sing to debuff enemies. And there's Rick Sanchez. He can shoot guns and rockets, summon Mr. Meeksies, make portals that you can travel through or shoot through. Stripe, also from Gremlins. He can ride a skateboard as a quick dash, has a chainsaw, marks his enemies and shoots them with the toy gun, and probably is my favorite so far. And finally, coming out today, October 25th, is Black Adam and a new stage along with him. So we'll see how that is.
What'd you guys think about the levels, all the different stages? I thought they did a really good job with all the different stage designs.
Yes, but there's not enough.
Yeah, agreed. Not enough stages.
I don't feel like there's anything in these stages that doesn't exist in a Smash stage. I like the stages.
I will say I don't think any of the stages are horrible.
No.
There
No.
are some horrible
No.
Smash
Yes,
levels.
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know, Garrett.
Yeah, I'll pick those all the time.
There's a reason that only certain Smash stages are tournament legal, and it's like 20% of the stages
Yeah.
that are in the game, because there are some real god awful ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I feel like right now all of these I mean, there's only what 5 or 6 or something, but
Mhm.
like all of them feel perfectly fine. All right, let's do final thoughts. I was skeptical about this game after failures of previous Smash clones that Garrett brought up
Mhm.
earlier. I was even still skeptical after playing this game for 3 hours. It is a lot more to take in, and it is especially a lot more to take in when you are playing teams 2-on-2. There's just shit going on everywhere, and you're just getting attacked from all sides, and then your partner's powering you up somehow, or shielding you, or pulling you across the stage. There's just a lot happening. It is hard to figure out like how to play your character by just jumping into 2v2s online. Much harder than it is jumping in on Smash Online, where you can just grab a character and just play one-on-one. You can kind of test out your moves and like figure out what works at what ranges. It's much harder to do that in this game. I would recommend, if you want to get good at a character quickly, play against AIs or play one-on-ones. Just because it's pretty overwhelming 2-on-2, even though that's clearly how the game is designed. But basically, I really like this. I think that they did a really good job making a true competitive fighting game. It is going to be a harder game to get people to sit around the couch and play, I think, harder than Smash. Because again, the characters are also different, harder to learn. So I don't think it's going to have that party game vibe that Smash sometimes has. But as far as a competitive fighting game, I really like it. I think they did an incredible job making every character feel different and feel unique and feel like true to their franchise. And so I was really impressed with the game. I think it is totally worth checking out. If you like fighting games at all, it's free. I will say it might be better to check it out in a month, because they may have the ranked mode up. They're going to have more characters. They may have more stages, and they may have done a little more balancing. So it may be worth waiting just a little bit, just so you don't get that like initial frustration of having to fight people who are much higher than you. So that's it. I mean, I wouldn't recommend spending $50 on the game. Just that's me. I think it's perfectly fine free to play. But if you're super stoked on it, you play a couple hours and you love it, spend it. Get all the characters and have fun with it. I think it's a thumbs up from me. Definitely worth a try if you like fighting games.
Yeah, for me, free to play, obviously this game is worth trying out at the very least. I'm going to be bold and say I don't think I'm going to play Smash anymore because I found a new game that replaced it. I love this game. I spent $60 or $50, whatever the Founders Pack is, for the 20 characters. There's not even 20 characters out yet, but I know I'm going to just be playing this for a while. I'm not disappointed in it. Don't think I'm going to be disappointed for a while. There's also a cheaper version. There's a $40 Founders Pack, which gets you 15 characters. Think that's absolutely worth it too. There's a $100 one. Don't think that's worth it. Don't worry about that one. That's like 30
What
characters, which there's
like,
only
what do you
17
get?
characters in the game. So it's like but you get enough gold where you're already gonna be able to afford those. I don't understand that one, but I paid 60 for it and I'm not disappointed and highly recommend it.
I enjoyed the game. I think once it gets like an MMR or some kind of matchmaking system in play, to where you're not playing against just people who are just have hours in the game, like Garrett, who's got 20 hours. I think it'll be a better game. I think the game has potential. It looks like they are willing to put the time and invest into the game. So I will definitely give it a shot. It was free. I didn't pay shit for it, so I'm not mad. So I'll definitely give it a shot down the road once I've seen more updates and hopefully see that they've designed some kind of MMR, even if it's like a ghost MMR. It's not hard. They can do something
actually,
about it.
I don't know why I didn't think of this when we were talking about this earlier, but they are introducing a ranked.
Oh,
Good.
yeah. That's
Perfect.
coming out this season.
Yeah,
Great.
They're going to bring that into the game, and then we will have MMR, and then it will.
Yep.
That
Perfect.
problem will
Then
be
I
gone.
will happily pick the game back up after that and dive into it and actually get into it. I don't think it's as good as Smash. But then again, I've put God unseen amounts of hours into Smash, and we'll ignore those hours that we put into that game, boys. But it's good. I think it has potential. It's definitely one of the best clone-like games that's come out by far. There's a $40 edition, a $60 edition, and a $100 edition. Say I would not recommend it unless you are like Garrett and just thoroughly, really, really enjoyed it and you want to support the studio. Would be my only reason to say to do that. But for free, play it, give it a shot. It for free is worth it.
Yeah, it's hard to say that a game isn't worth it for free because it's like you lose nothing except, you know, an hour of your time trying it out. I'm never going to play this game again.
Oh, wow.
This is way better than Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Let me put that out there. I don't think this game is bad. Like, they did everything right in terms of the production. They actually got voice lines, they balanced all the characters, the hitboxes look nice, which is the thing that was a big problem with All-Star Brawl, was that the hitboxes were weird and none of the hits were, you know, meaty or whatever, and all of that, like mechanically is good in this game. I just don't think it's as good as Smash, and I would rather play a game. If I'm gonna choose between platformer fighters, I'm gonna play Smash. I really hate the grindy unlock character model. I know you can pay for it, and I know I paid that amount of money for Smash, but yeah, I just don't like it.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here at Hidden Doors and High Scores. Thank you for listening. Until next time, I'm Austin.
I'm Garrett.
I'm John.
And I'm Chris. You can find us at HCH's Gaming on all the social media platforms. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for notifications about our episode releases, and check us out on Twitch to see what we're playing and talking about. All those links and a link to our Discord will be in the show notes for this episode. Come and join us in Discord, and I'm sure these guys will play Multiversus with you. It's got remote play.
Well, it's cross progression too.
Yeah, maybe these guys will play it with you. I won't. I'll be on Smash. We hang out on our Discord every night and play games, and we like it when people join in. You know what you can't do in this game that you can do in every other game that we've played? Dibble those babs.